telling me to call Dan Orlovsky out on his comments that he made prior to the Bears-Packers game. And if you didn't hear what he had to say, this is a fun flashback. Let's listen.
I mean, Dan was.
Do you think the Bears will win on Sunday?
No, I do not. I think the Packers win. I think the Packers win handily. There's only so many times over the course of a season when you can play inconsistent offensive football and still hang on to the end of the game miracle. It's just unlikely that is going to be a storyline in the playoffs versus high-end teams that are coached well.
Yo, what up, guys? This is your boy Kofi with KO Sports Talk, back out with another live stream, bro. And you guys already saw from that video, man. Dan Orlovsky, bro. That dude is a freaking idiot, bro. He's a moron, bro. This guy was saying, fourth quarter comebacks were not gonna happen in don't happen in the playoffs or whatever. Chicago Bears weren't going to stand a chance. And I was watching that video. I'm not going to show too much of the video, fair use. But when I was watching that video, Dan Orlovsky says, yeah, I was right the first three quarters. Chicago Bears didn't stand a chance. Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Dan Orlovsky. You are a former NFL quarterback. You played the sport of football for 60 minutes, 4 full quarters. And guess what? The first three quarters, the first three quarters, not even the first three quarters, the first 2 quarters, really the first 2 quarters, the Green Bay Packers, dominated the Chicago Bears. They dominated. First quarter, second quarter, they dominated 21-3. But the second half, Dennis Allen was able to make adjustments. Ben Johnson was able to make adjustments. Okay? They're able to make adjustments. And going into the fourth quarter, when it was 21-6, when they were down by 15, the offense went completely nuclear. Caleb Williams had 195 yards, 2 touchdowns that game. 2 touchdowns, along with the Swift touchdown. And they scored 25 points in the fourth quarter. 25 points in the fourth quarter. So you're meaning to tell me that's all some sort of luck, and that, the Chicago Bears just got lucky, and that, their fourth quarter magic was going to work. Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Dan Orlovsky. You are a complete moron. You got to take that freaking L. Take your damn L and just eat it up. Eat up that L. Because, of course, and of course, he doesn't want to admit it. He wants to double down. And then in the video, he wants to double down and say, you're going to go up against, the LA Rams. They got a Super Bowl winning quarterback in Matthew Stafford, a Super Bowl winning wide receiver in Puka Nacua, even though Puka Nacua was not there when they won their last Super Bowl at all. What's up, Daniel Berry? How you doing, bro? He wasn't even there, bro. He was still in college when they won their Super Bowl. It was freaking Cooper Kupp. He was a Super Bowl winning wide receiver. He went nuclear in that year. But you're going up against the Bears in this cold weather. Like, Matthew Stafford hasn't played in 30 degrees, hasn't played in any type of weather below 30 degrees. This is going to be 18 degrees, and during the day, it's going to feel like it's 0. Chicago Bears have been preparing for this all week. Now, if the Rams came here, maybe flew out for about a week to Chicago, then I probably will understand, but they haven't even flew yet. And dude, I live out in LA, and I used to live out in Chicago. In Chicago, it gets really cold, bone-chilling cold. I know what it's like, what Chicago weather is like. And LA weather, I mean, it gets cold, like probably, it's a different type of cold, Like if you lived in certain parts of America, like if you lived in Pittsburgh, 30 degrees might feel like it's 50 degrees. 45 degrees might feel like, or 45 degrees in Chicago might feel like it's 60 degrees. But in LA, 50 degrees feels like it's 30 degrees. But let me tell you something. LA weather is nothing compared to Chicago weather. The wind chills are bone-chilling cold. Like, you can easily get arthritis in that weather, in that type of weather. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like the moment, like, you're outside in that weather, like, stuff just freezes. Like, it gets real cold so fast. Like, it gets cold so fast. Like, LA weather is nothing compared to Chicago weather. Nothing. And I lived in Chicago damn near almost 30 years of my life. The first 27, 28 years I lived in Chicago before I moved to LA. And I'm telling you, these guys just don't understand how cold it can get in Chicago during this time of year. And so for them to just say that, Matthew Stafford, he's gonna come and just totally just beat the Chicago Bears team is just a total load of crap. And I also heard Alex Smith said the same thing. Thank you, Postman, for the birthday wishes. But I heard the same thing with Alex Smith. Alex Smith said, the Bears the LA Rams are gonna hang 50 on the Bears. I'm like, dude, shut up, bro. Like, come on, man. You're coming to Chicago, dude. And that's what's so important by home field advantage. That's why it was so important that the Chicago Bears got that number 2 seed, because at least for the next 2 games, the first one when we beat the Packers was important. The fans were loud, and then now the second game, you got a warm weather team. You got 3 NFC West teams, especially specifically in the playoffs already, and they are not they are not cold weather teams. They got to come to your stadium. At least 2 of them got to come to your stadium. And so even if we beat the Rams and for some God's grace, the San Francisco 49ers beat the Seattle Seahawks, if Sam Darnold chokes at some point, then the 49ers got to come to Chicago. They got to come to Chicago. So getting that number 2 seed was very, very important. I wish we would have got the number 1 seed, but it is what it is. But we got the number 2 seed. And so we at least get to play 2, possibly 3 games if San Francisco wins. But that's neither here nor there, bro. But I also, want to talk about some of these salty ass Packers fans. I want to address Dick Vitale. I want to address all these people who are hating on Ben Johnson, saying that he should apologize. Now, I'm trying to be nice. I'm a pretty nice guy, but when you come against my coach, when you come against my team, that's when I'm gonna go super petty mode on your ass. When you come against mine and my team, saying that Ben Johnson, when some of these Packers fans saying that 3,000 of them should write a petition saying Ben Johnson should be sorry. That's how I know how soft as hell, how your soft ass like Strymon ass fan base are. You're meaning to tell me your dirty ass, smelly ass, live in your mother's basement, smells like damn cheese, can't take it like a man, can't take it due to the fact that Ben Johnson says F the Packers? Really? He said F the Packers. But for so many years, you damn salty ass Packers fans have been ragging the Chicago Bears, running them through the mud so many years. Oh, we own you. Back in 2021, and damn well I remember that. I made a video on this. When Aaron Rodgers went to Soldier Field and said, I own you. I effing own you. Y'all didn't bat an eye about that. You didn't hear Bears fans complain about that, making a petition saying that, Aaron Rodgers should apologize to the Chicago Bears, to Chicago Bears fans for saying that. No, but guess what? You know what? Guess what? Y'all some. Oh man, F it. I'm gonna say it. You guys are some bitches. Yeah, I said it. I'm sorry the fact this is y'all can take it like this. I'm sorry the fact that y'all are some soft ass bitches. I'm sorry the fact that you can't take a little criticism due to the fact that Ben Johnson says F Green Bay. You can't take a little smack talking. I'm sorry the fact that some of you are having some serious ass meltdowns. I'm sorry due to the fact that we actually have a quarterback, unlike some of your choke ass artist quarterbacks like Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers have 30 years of QB play and have barely nothing to show for it. I'm sorry for the fact that you guys are so much in your damn feelings and can't take the fact that we whooped your ass in Soldier Field all up and down Soldier Field in the second half when we scored 25 points in the fourth quarter. I'm sorry to the fact that you guys, I'm sorry the fact that matter of fact, I'm going to even double down. I'm sorry the fact that you're getting freaking Sean McVay. Freaking Matt LaFleur is working with Sean McVay to take down Ben Johnson because you guys are scared. Matt LaFleur is scared. You Packers fans are scared. You're scared for the future that we're going to own you for the next 10 years. I'm sorry the fact that we're going to own you for the next 10 years. And Caleb Williams is going to be doing Lambeau leaps all up and down y'all candy asses in Lambeau Field. So I'm sorry the fact that my nuts is hanging all over y'all mouths. And I hope you take that up your cheese head mouths all freaking day long. Now, that is what I'm going to have to say about you damn Packers fans. And guess what? Oh, man. I'm going to be ragging you guys for the next couple months. I don't care. I'm going to be doubling down. Now, I usually don't do this, but you Packers fans made me do this. You Packers fans, you brought the pettiness out of me. And I had to do it. I'm sorry. I had to do it. I had to bring the pettiness out. Oh, man. And guess what, bro? This, as a matter of fact, this one feels so sweet. This one feels so sweet because we get to send you Packers fans to Cancun. You and your savior, Jordan Love, back to Cancun where he belongs. The last 3 years, y'all have been mediocre. Y'all have been the 7th seed. If the 7th seed didn't exist, you guys wouldn't even be in the playoffs. You know, I'm just sorry for the fact that you guys are just mediocre and you're not. You don't have a better quarterback than us. You know, how in the world does Caleb Williams have more divisional wins, the same number of playoff wins as you guys? Hold on for a quick sec. Hold on. All right, I'm back, y'all. Go Broncos, beat the Bills. Yeah. But anyway, I was grading cheese as Packers fans were wrecking their TVs. Yeah, me too, bro. I was doing the same thing, bro. Yeah, man, but you guys are so salty, bro. Like, when we lose to you guys, we take it like a champ. And we could talk about all the plays that you guys made. Like, y'all were seriously trying to injure Caleb Williams, you know, and one of your players was trying to strike him on the knee when he had that little sprained ankle. One of their Packers players was, like, seriously trying to injure him, like, getting in his way. And literally, it was just trying to injure him, you know? And the fact that you have freaking Matt LaFleur working with Sean McVay in order to go against, you know, the Chicago Bears shows how low you guys are. You guys don't have no sportsmanship. You Packers fans can't take a L, bro. Like, literally, you guys can't take a freaking L and take it like a champ, man. That's why I hope we own you guys for the next 10 years, you know? That's why I'm not going to show no mercy to you guys, you know, because you guys are so petty. Like you got to stoop so low. Like, really? You guys got to stoop so freaking low in order to beat the Chicago Bears. Like, seriously, bro. I'm like, and like, you know, and especially like when we don't even let us beat the LA Rams. If we beat the LA Rams, bro, on Sunday, bro, I'm really going to be ragging on you guys, bro. If we even win the Super Bowl, man, oh, you are really, really going to be hearing it from me, bro. But specifically, if we beat the Rams, shoot, you already know. You already know what I'm going to do. You already know what I'm going to do to these freaking Packers fans. Let's read some of these comment section. What's up, Ron? Thank you, man, for the birthday. Go Broncos. All right, not much. I'm going to be here for the next minute or two. I'm not going to be here too long, but let's look at this. Like I said, let's look at this Rams game. I'm going to pull this up. So you already know the Rams, of course. They got the number one offense so far this season. You know, Matthew Stafford. You know, we already are familiar with Matthew Stafford. This guy has played, you know, with in the NFC North for the last, almost 10 years. 10 years. And the Chicago Bears were he's familiar with the NFC North. Of course, you know, you have some players who are familiar with Matthew Stafford, you know, preferably, you know, Jalen Johnson and Cole Kmet. They know, you know, what he's like, you know. Have you ever made your picks for the divisional round yet? No, I have not, dude. I have not done that. Matter of fact, I might even do that. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to be doing my NFL picks for the divisional round tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to do that tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Now that you just said that, but right now we're just talking about this Rams game, previewing this Rams game. So let's look at some of these stats so far, if I'm not mistaken. So in terms of total yards, the Rams are number 3 in total yards. And they're top 5 in total yards, top 5 in yards allowed, top 3. They're top 3 in passing. Damn. Oh yeah. Chicago Bears also top 3 in passing, but the Rams are top 3 in passing. Top 3 in passing. Yeah, that don't look right. Chicago Bears the number 1. That doesn't look right. Oh, I'm looking at the postseason. Let's look at the regular season. 2025 regular season. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there we go. But in the okay, yeah. Okay, here we go. So of course the Rams are top. They're number 1 in total yards. Passing, they're number 1 in passing. And so this is a pass happy team. This is a very pass happy team. And you know, the way Sean McVay draws up his of course is a West Coast offense, and so he's going to incorporate some of his running plays. You know, they're more of like running in between the tackles or whatever, outside the tackles or in the A gap and the B gap, and setting up a play action. And we already know Matthew Stafford, he's the king of play action, specifically, you know, with a lot of no-look passes. You know, Sean McVay, he draws up a lot of plays, where a lot of passing plays, and they've been more of like a pass-happy team this season. And so this Chicago Bears, pretty much the Chicago Bears defensive backs, they got to be ready for you know, their two top wide receivers in Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. Now we know how Devontae Adams gets. You know, he always got busy with the Chicago Bears. He's been a Chicago Bears killer, so you know he's going to come prepared and allow this LA Rams team to prepare for the Chicago Bears team. You know, he's played in this type of weather, so he's going to know what it's like to play in this type of weather. Him and Matthew Stafford, because they played in the NFC North for a number of years. But like I said, this is going to be a different type of cold. Matthew Stafford has never played below 30 degrees, and so it's going to be challenging for both teams. Very challenging for both teams. So it's going to be a great matchup. You know, I can't wait. It's going to be 3:30 Pacific time. 3:30 Pacific time. 5:30 in Chicago. So yeah, it's going to be it's not going to be an easy game for the Chicago Bears, whether you put it, you know, however you slice it, either way. You know, we know our defense, you know, specifically our pass rush have struggled. And so our pass rush, they have to figure out ways to get to Matthew Stafford and put him on the ground. You know, put pressure on Matthew Stafford. Make sure you're hitting him, even if it's not a sack. Make sure, you know, you're getting those quarterback kicks. Wish that he doesn't want to be in that cold. Wish that, you know, man, he can't wait to get to Cancun or whatever. You know, even though, you know, he is a tough quarterback, but you want him to feel that. You want him to make him feel old. So we'll definitely see what's going to happen this Sunday, tomorrow. But like I said, the Chicago Bears defense, I'm not too worried about the offense, but this defense, they got to come prepared, bro. Like, they really got to come prepared for this game. And specifically for the offense, like of course, we already know they got to start fast. And they got to put points. They got to put points on the board, you know, whether it's 7 points or 3 points. We already know that the Chicago Bears offense got to be really on point against this LA Rams team. You know, it's not going to be an easy feat. But like I said, we're going to find out what's going to happen on Sunday. But, guys, I'd like to thank you guys for coming on my stream, you know, my birthday stream. I'm thankful for seeing another year or whatever. And tomorrow I will be giving my score prediction for this game. I'm not going to be giving my score prediction right now. I'm going to save that for tomorrow for like what Coleman says, my picks for the divisional round tomorrow. I'm going to be doing my picks for tomorrow. But yeah, guys, so stay tuned for that tomorrow. But I will see you guys tomorrow around noon. I'm going to be doing it probably around 2 o'clock Pacific time, around 2 o'clock Pacific time. And so stay tuned for that. But guys, I'd like to thank you guys for coming. And yeah, guys, I'll see y'all later. Chicago up, Bear down. All right, guys. Peace.